Hi, everyone. Welcome to Total Party Killing It. Last week, the gang continues to travel north. During their travels, they came across the Golden Stag. They gave chase and stumbled upon ancient ruins of a lost kingdom. There, they found an elf who spoke in an old dialect. He claimed that he was the prince of this forgotten land and had long forgotten his name. The gang agreed to take him to Waterdeep to try to find him a cure to his curse, and after a few skirmishes, they found themselves in Daggerford. Here, they were joined by some new travelers, two of whom caught their eye: a human male appearing to conceal his identity, and a gnome female who seems to have similar interests as the gang. Then they continued their travels north to Waterdeep. With that being said, I am doing a bit of a retcon this week because, as your wonderful GM, I totally fucked up.
My notes right out the window.
No, it's fine. Basically, I am saying that you guys ended in Daggerford last week instead of Waterdeep. There are some things that need to take place before you guys get to Waterdeep. It's actually the end of this section. My confusion was there was an event that can take place in a place called the Field of the Dead. There is also another place called Mare of Dead Men, and I mixed them up. Mare of Dead Men is north of Waterdeep. The Field of the Dead is south of Waterdeep. So I kept thinking,
do the Field of the Dead.
So I kept thinking, oh, we can keep going. They need to get past Waterdeep to this next place.
Amateur hour.
Yeah, I botched it. So I apologize for any confusion. Everything else has still happened as we had discussed it. But you guys are basically in Daggerford leaving.
Are we going back south?
So last week was like session 3, and this will be session 2.5.
No, it's
kind
session,
of, you know what I mean?
It's session.
I mean, I know I didn't get the numbers right, but point being is that it's like the half before.
It's session 3 point minus 2.5. Like it's we're kind of going in a circle. Anyway,
3.14.
Yeah. So anyway,
151719.
Everything that happened last week still stands. I'm not gonna take any of that back because obviously that would be goofy. Just as
where we
rest
leveled
up. No, you will probably get a level tonight. When you guys actually get to Waterdeep, you get a level. I was just getting ahead of myself. So, if memory serves, Keljar, I believe you went and messed with one of the caravans.
I most certainly did. I sabotaged the shit out of it.
Yep.
Yeah, he had taken a bolt out of a wheel to make it a little wonky.
Yep.
To get us about 10 minutes, maybe 10 miles out of town, just to, get all floppy.
Yep. All right. So, Evan, no, Michael is not going to be here. I don't know when you said that, but Michael will not be here tonight. So, with that being said, I need all of you guys to roll me insight checks.
+0. Here we go.
Hang on a minute.
I was going to say also Chris and Mike are not in the game.
Yeah, I'm not. Hang on. I'm intentionally not in the game.
Is this a protest?
Yes. Sorry. I was trying to hop on Instagram and do the.
No.
Bright lives matter. Taking it in.
Inside. Boom.
Hey.
Oh, whoa.
Nice roll.
Are we on Twitch, David?
Yes.
The best behavior.
I'll be here. There it is. We got it. Boom.
Nice. All right. So, Eridan and Squidmar, because you actually took your time to pay attention,
That's what I do.
Yep.
Very, very studious.
You guys notice that one of the cultists seems to be watching kind of the group of you guys.
In a good way.
I approve. Yeah.
I don't know with I don't know.
Flirting with us?
Oh no, that was the twins. The twins were flirting with you guys.
And that technically hasn't happened yet.
No, it has.
Oh.
I thought that happened in Waterdeep.
No. Technically, last week they joined with you guys in Daggerford and moved north,
Okay.
but
Gotcha.
they joined at a city earlier, as did everyone else, and then you guys got to Daggerford. So everybody's still with you, etc., etc. Anyway, so you basically notice that one of them seems to have an eye on you guys. Seems to be watching you, kind of intently.
Which is it one of the cultists, or is it like one of the a named cultist? Someone
Is
we
it the guy
recognize?
with the hat?
It's the
No.
hat guy.
I'm not in this. My bad. Sorry.
A, it is not Hat Guy, and B,
So Hat Guy's already with us too.
yes, Hat Guy is with
Okay.
you, and so is
The Red Wizard. What was
The
her name?
gnome.
Hold on, I have it written down. Jamna Gleamsilver.
Yep. Yes. So no, it's just one of the guys that's on the cart. That's on one of those carts. Kind of unnamed cult guy.
Okay.
Every bit of me is like calling him and be like, "Hey, fuck you looking at? You fucking you scrawny shit. Do something."
Chisel a boss relief. It'll last longer.
That's a good one.
Love it. Fucking love it.
I'm proud of you for that one.
That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
that was good.
All right, I'm going to bed. Night, guys.
It's the only thing we're proud
He
of
said,
you for.
he said, "That's my entire night. That's all I got. I'm out."
Peace.
Um,
Yeah, I'll dig into my bag and be like, pull out a ration and like pretend I'm sharing it with my comrades. Be like, hey, look at that guy. He's staring at us.
I very like not even try to be slight about it. As soon as you say that, like I shoot my head up and I'm like looking around like who the fuck?
okay.
Can I roll a perception to
Roll
see
for
if
initiative.
Yeah, right.
I like notice which one he's talking about?
Sure. Yeah.
Right, let me. There it is, perception.
Okay. Yeah. You kind of like over the course of the day, after he kind of points it out, like, hey, I think we're being watched. You definitely pick up on it.
Okay.
You are able to kind of single the guy out. Erdune, do you want to do anything, say anything, be involved in this at all?
Probably not, because that would involve me talking to you guys.
Okay.
And I'd just rather not for the day.
Masterful.
Okay. I'm glad you're being a team player.
I mean, I'm moody as fuck.
I mean,
Hey, what
I mean,
season
sure,
are you in still,
but you're also here on a job,
Paul?
and very
Erdune puts the I in team. It's fine.
I mean, Squidmar,
and
Squidmar piped his hole up. I mean, what?
and if you're actually trying to emulate me, which it sounds like you're actually trying to emulate
He
me,
learned it from you.
I actually do care about my friends and the people that I like hang around. So I'd probably say something. Just saying. Just throwing it out there.
Squidmar just told him.
I know, and I was curious if you wanted to do anything else.
Cast spell. I don't know. Do anything useful.
Fire,
I mean,
fireball. I don't know.
Fireball.
You just want me to start fireballing people?
Just random fireballs,
Shattering.
man.
Just
Are you still
blow-
riding on that?
blow up their whole
Oh
ass
wait, no.
turban.
We dropped off the.
Technically, the deer thing happens in Waterdeep, and we're not in Waterdeep yet. So
Oh,
technically,
right,
the deer is
okay.
still with us.
Technically, that didn't happen then.
Well, but it happened in Daggerford instead.
Go. Okay.
That's
Again-
fair.
Okay, so
Again-
the deer is
That's
gone.
fair.
Everything that happened last week happened. It just happened in Daggerford instead of Waterdeep.
Okay, so I just need to go through my notes and
Oh,
retype
yeah.
out dagger.
So am I in this conversation now? I understand what this cultist guy is doing.
Yeah, you've been at this point. All of you guys have been brought in on it.
Y'all guys ready for this?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Squidmar did great.
Yeah,
I just kind of nod here. I just nodded in assurance that he's correct.
He agreed.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, that guy is looking at us.
He's like,
I'm
that
gonna
guy is
walk
looking
up
at us,
to
and I'm
him.
like,
I'm gonna walk up to him. And I'm gonna greet him and call him friend.
Oh my god.
All right, he
That is.
I was gonna say the entire time he's like watching us. If I ever catch his eye, I'm kind of do that like intense stare and like
he
I'm fucking watching you too, buddy.
he kind of it seems shocked, kind of taken aback, and he's,
Probably.
what is it that you want?
Well, you seem to be noticing me, so I thought I'd come over here and greet myself, make a new friend. How you doing? Or greet you, and make a new friend.
He said, I'm not here to make friends.
Oh.
I am simply just making sure that...
Oh, you were eye fucking my friends over there. Oh, sorry, we're streaming, aren't we?
He said,
My bad.
that's fine. He said, I am... I fucking everyone, friend.
Oh, is that right? Well, friend, buddy, pal. We're just, like I said, just making friends. So if you're not here to make friends, that's okay. But we'll talk, I'm sure. And with that, I'm just gonna walk off. I just wanted to see what his disposition was. No, that guy's not friendly at all, guys. He's not here to make friends at all.
I wonder if he's related to a dwarf named Beld.
I've heard of that guy. He's kind of a jerk.
Yeah, well, all right. So you have made your presence known, and you
I
guys.
disagree.
I mean, you did. And for those of you guys who are actually watching him, you've noticed that he is, kind of both more intently and less intently watching you, if that makes any sense.
He's not doing it as often, but when he is, he's being very, very blunt about it. Kind of. He's just like not trying to hide it. He's just like
he's trying even harder to hide it now.
Oh, okay. Right on.
But some of you guys rolled 20 plus insights, and I mean, by golly, can't take that from you. So
He knows.
So this was basically like that day as you guys are leaving Daggerford. You guys are just about to leave. You guys are kind of getting everything together. Everybody's going about camp, kind of getting everything set up to move for the day, and that's kind of when all of that transpired. So you guys head out. About half of the way through the day, you guys are going out. And you're going around a kind of a particularly difficult area of the road. It's rocky. The road kind of narrows in odd ways. Kind of a treacherous area. And you hear kind of a loud crash coming from around a corner in front of you. What do you guys want to do?
Not going to giggle menacingly.
Like, is it a crash of one of the wagons kind of crash, or is it a different kind of crash?
Give me a perception.
Is it definitely that wagon we broke?
Yeah, if it's that, I'm gonna walk up.
It definitely sounds like a wagon.
Well, I'm gonna do my job and slow our wagon down.
Okay.
That's your job.
Yeah, I'm a sergeant.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna approach the wagon and see if I can assist him.
Okay. Yeah. So
see if we can assist the cultists who are definitely fucking watching us. Like,
Hey, you know, that's okay.
Hey guys.
see,
So the point-
trouble there.
The point of the sabotage was for me to help and distract them while y'all guys do whatever it is y'all need to do.
Oh,
Oh.
I forgot about a little bit of that.
All right.
I thought we were just being dicks.
So
I mean,
No.
I'm wearing heavy armor, so there's ain't no way in hell I'm gonna be able
I
to
didn't say
stealth.
anything about stealthing around or doing anything. I'm just saying, like, all the attention's on me
Yep.
and this broken ox yoke or whatever fucking part of this wagon's been.
so basically, one of the wheels cracked and kind of popped off, and a good amount of the stuff that was sitting kind of on top of the wagon fell out. As you kind of go around and you kind of make your way up there, you notice that there's like jewelry, pictures, really nice garments, basically what looks to be very expensive things kind of strewn out on the side of the path. And you can tell the three of the drivers on this, the two guys that are going in the driver, are furious that this is going on. They're rushing to clean stuff up. Basically anybody who's coming up to try to help them, like one of the other
I definitely will.
Yeah,
I'll be up there kind of like, oh, let me help you with that.
one of the other kind of caravan drivers kind of walks up and is like, hey, like, let me help so we can get this on the road. And they're very like hesitant and like, no, we have it. But the guy's being pretty insistent about it.
Is this stuff dead people stuff? Like, it doesn't look new. It doesn't make sense. It's not in a single classification of a merchant.
While I'm helping them put stuff back on the cart as well, can I do a perception check to see if I notice anything
Well,
that we would have seen before?
give me 2 seconds and let me
Okay.
answer Harsh Tune. So Harsh Tune,
Jeff, just ask if they're British.
they're not British.
There's-
It definitely looks like more of what you would expect a rich, fancy person who was moving, and less of a merchant.
So yeah, definitely personal goods.
Yeah, a lot of
In this case, they seem kind of uniform, like, dresses of the same size, not dresses of many different sizes.
Oh no, definitely dresses of a bunch of different sizes. The jewelry
This
is
sinister.
the jewelry is definitely of different makes, but it's all like all of the stuff is very nice. I guess that's kind of what I'm trying to get at. Like everything is very nice, seems very expensive. Obviously, it's hard to tell as you're like just glancing, but you see stuff and you're like, pretty sure that's a gold necklace with a diamond in it, and I'm pretty sure that's a silk dress, that like an embroidered silk dress, and I'm pretty sure that's like that picture is of some
royal family or something.
some nobleman or something. Like you kind of get like the impression that like something seems weird here, and especially the way they're behaving about it. So Butcher, as you attempt to assist them, kind of as you're like picking up stuff, they're very quick to be like, cool thanks, like immediately taking it out of your hand and like putting it back in boxes and stuff. Like they're not letting you get close to the cart or like super close to the cart. They're very much like, yes, I will take that from you and put it in myself. So they're kind of trying to keep you at arm's length.
I mean, I'm not super close, but can I still make a perception check to see if I can notice anything familiar that we might have known was stolen or anything?
Sure.
Davis, who in the party is closest to me?
Close.
No, I don't notice shit. They're taking stuff too fast from me.
Yeah, I mean, even, and for what it's worth, like, you know that they've taken a bunch of stuff from a bunch of different places, and like without literally being able to like sit down with this stuff, you wouldn't be able to know.
All right, I gotcha.
Ardoon, probably Squidmar,
I'm gonna creep up next to Squidmar.
because
I'm gonna be like,
Squiddy didn't sound like he was getting involved. So
Yeah, I wasn't really gonna help. No.
they're acting. I almost feel like they're acting like they're hiding or trying to be super low key. Like it's everything they've got is wealthy, and they're trying to like hide it. Perhaps they're hiding from somebody.
Eridun, give me an insight.
Bro, insight is horrible for.
I mean, didn't that fucking
Oh,
gnome
man.
basically
How do you-
tell us that?
You roll fucking 20, and then a 1 the next time you roll your in. This game's dumb. I'm going back to WoW.
What about me? Do I get some insight from that? Nope.
I mean, are you? Oh well, you rolled it as well. Wow, both of you rolled 23s on your off.
Garbage.
Can
Yeah,
the two of
that's
us
funny.
together have an 11? Like we've put our one brain cell together.
Yes, the two of you together discussed that it does seem odd.
These guys sure do have pants on, right?
Yeah.
Weird.
Okay. I'm going to go over. Okay, somebody that's not quite as dumb as I am in the party. Who would be the next guy closest to us?
I didn't go too far.
I was like right up at their caravan trying to help
Alright.
them,
I think
so I'm a
Butcher
little far away
and
from
Butcher
it.
and Keljar are both like at the.
Okay.
Up in it.
All right. So I'm gonna go harsh here.
I want to share. I'll just share with you immediately. I'm like, this is weird. I think that
And
shows.
I'm gonna drop. It's like, yeah, I begrudgingly talked to Squidmar, and he and I both seem to agree that I almost feel like they're hiding something. Like they're rich people trying to stay low key. Perhaps they're trying to sneak out or disguise themselves as poor people. Maybe they're on the run.
You know, I should probably take some type of insight roll.
You should probably. Maybe you're smart. Yeah, I mean,
aided by you.
that is all we figured out between the two of our brain cells.
There you go. So
There it is.
Ardun, for what it's
Everybody's fucking rolling 20s.
for what it's worth, you do know this cart is the one that Keljar sabotaged, and is almost certainly one of the cultists' wagons.
Perhaps being kidnapped, even.
Like I said, I think they're killing people, taking their stuff, funding their cult this way.
Yeah, so
Robin Grave.
I guess ultimately,
Kind of.
Harshtune, you definitely pick up pretty quickly. Like, they don't want anybody to see this. They don't want people to know what they're doing. They don't want people to know what they're transporting. That is like very, very much like the way they've been behaving the entire time you've been on this journey has been very closeted and secretive. They have not talked to other people. They've been very close to the chest with everything they've done. Like, they won't let people on their wagons. So, like, yeah, the wagon spilled out, and they're freaking the fuck out because people are seeing what they have.
So I want to approach them. I want to point at my tinkerer's tools.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to keep on talking to hopefully keep lowering the CR that I'm going to have to roll for.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to try to talk them into letting me fix their wagon for them. And my angle is going to be that if you allow me to fix the wagon, because I'm a tinkerer and this is what I do, that'll allow you to have more manpower to get that mess over there cleaned up.
So one of them says, he's basically you're talking to the one that's trying to fix it at this point, and you can tell he's kind of struggling a bit, and he's just like, he looks at you, and he's just like, just shakes his head. He's like, fine, sure, whatever. Like, I'll take the help. Like, you can tell he's just like, at least you're not looking at the shit and you're just trying to help me fix this. It's kind of like the vibe you got. Like, yeah, sure, help me fix the wagon. Don't worry about that stuff. Give me a... Oh, yeah, absolutely. You absolutely help. He will not leave you to do it by yourself, but he will...
So here's what I'm doing.
Yeah, what do you...
With
I guess
my
what are you trying to
19,
do? Yeah.
I am fucking around. I'm fucking around in a way a car mechanic fuck arounds in a garage, where, you know, he looks like he's doing something productive, but he's probably not doing anything productive. He's probably just like, oh, look, I'm turning these screwdrivers, and I'm wrenching all these wrenches. And we're not really getting shit accomplished.
Okay.
But I'm looking good doing it.
All right, so you're like, you're trying to help him, and you're...
I'm like, his flux capacitor's bad. You got to get a new flux capacitor for this wagon.
He screws in a bolt, and then you unscrew it a little bit just to like,
no, my guy, you're doing it all wrong.
yeah, you're doing it wrong.
It's,
So
it's lefty tighty, man.
so you after like you ultimately help the guy. He doesn't pick up on what you're doing, but you probably make it take longer than it would have otherwise to fix this, and you kind of buy time distracting him and doing that. You ultimately do fix it. He'll be back. He's getting his pizza. Keljar ultimately helps him fix it after, 15, 20 minutes, whatever it is.
While he's doing that, I got something.
Yeah. What do you got for me?
I'm gonna find something small and valuable and unique in my line of eyesight, about 30 feet away. I'm gonna wait until somebody turns around and's not looking. I'm gonna take my invisible mage hand. I'm gonna shoot it into the bush where I know where.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand.
Don't you mean sleight of mage hand?
Oh, we don't want you sticking your invisible hand in anybody's bush.
Yeah, you basically find a gem. It's kind of like a diamond brooch. That you
That
kind
should
of
be
like, it kind of just goes in and grabs it and just flies off. Nobody seems to notice.
But I know where it landed.
Yeah, in my mind, you're not throwing it. You're literally grabbing it and dragging it.
Please.
Yeah. So you know exactly where it went.
Fresh my memory. How many people are on this cart?
There's 3 of them on this cart.
And what are they again? There's a male that looks like a red wizard.
Oh, so in total there are 5 carts that you guys have identified. This is not the one with the red wizard.
Okay.
Or the one that was watching you. This is an entirely different one.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And for what it's worth, those other carts are ignoring them.
Sweet.
Okay.
So sabotaging this one did not slow up the other 4.
They did not.
The other ones are just like kick rocks.
They didn't stop to help. They're ignoring him like they don't know who they are, and which again has been very reminiscent of the entire, like, they are not conversing with each other. They're not acting like they know each other. The only reason that you guys know that they are kind of with each other is because you knew from the get-go. You had your suspicions from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to Harish too, and I'm like, I feel as if we should just blatantly ask these people what is up. Like, their demeanor is very, very suspicious.
Just call them out straight up. Be like,
Do
hey,
they
you
need-
guys are being really weird about a spilled cart. Like,
Do
just
they
let
need
us help you and we can get the caravan moving quicker.
Yeah. Do they need help? And they're afraid to ask for it.
Should we go with like mob mentality and be like, just everybody go up and be like, look, fuck you guys, we're helping you. You're holding up the whole caravan, and you need to let us help you put all the shit back so we can get our fucking road on, because we got places to be. Like, my employer's fucking mad because you guys are holding up the trail. You need to let us help you.
I
cop,
think
bad
we
cop.
should start with honey.
Give me Butcher. Give me a. Give me a.
Shin.
I'll let you do an intimidation that isn't aggressive.
Oh no, I'm not like physically like.
No, I
You
understand that.
better. Like, I'm just more like finger in the face kind of thing.
For what it's worth, technically, a intimidation will often lead to bad things,
Do it.
success
do
or
it.
otherwise. But yeah. So again, that the other caravaner that was up there is kind of like, yeah, like, come on, like, we need to get going. Like, it's cool, shit happens, but like, let us help so we can get
on.
this shit moving. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, any of you guys that want to go up and assist in helping them, they kind of they reluctantly accept the assistance. But you guys manage to kind of get it all sorted. They get the stuff back in their caravan, and essentially they get around this turn, get it away from the road a little bit, and start kind of latching everything down again. They basically get the cart moving and all of their stuff on it, and then they essentially pull to the side, and you can tell they're trying to, like, arrange stuff again so it doesn't fall out. And then kind of everybody starts moving again.
I'm gonna do everything I can to kind of hold my my cart back and try to because I don't want them to see me take that brooch from the bushes.
Sure.
So I'm gonna try
They
to do the
are.
same thing.
So with where they are, they're probably at this point 100, 200 feet away,
good.
just to get up. With the way that this area was, it's very constrained. So that's why it was holding everything up, so people couldn't go around them. So they basically pull up to a clearing so people can get by them.
So I'm in no danger of being spotted by them.
Not by that group, no.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna wait for the optimal moment, and then, like I said, try to pull on the ropes and do the thing, and then retrieve it discreetly. I might even pull the wagon up next to it and kind of, my ropes. Oh, y'all just go around. Whatever I can do to
give him the wave. Just like, go around. I gotta stop.
Well, they can't, because that's the whole thing. You can't wave people by with where you are.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, then how was the other cart pulling off to sort their?
They went further up the road.
They went
really
further
far.
up the road. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
To where there was a place you could. So Harsh
I'm trying to
Tune,
be legit.
give me another sleight of hand. Your DC is really low. Somebody
5.
Higher than that.
it's a 6 is what you rolled. The DC was not a 5, but
That's what I was wondering.
but nobody says anything when you pick it
Kind of
up.
like, what are you digging around in the bushes for?
Nope, nobody says anything. Nobody pays any mind. But again, technically, you don't know that you rolled shitty.
Yeah, no, I know.
Technically.
So so I retrieve it. And put it in my pocket. That was discreet.
You should just walked over there, whipped it out, and started peeing. That would have been like, "What are you looking at?"
Let's pee right on it.
So
Nobody will know.
nice.
This isn't a jellyfish thing.
I'll wake up with a bag on my head later.
I mean, all of you guys are. It's fine. I think
Campaign, yeah.
I think Ardune's about the only one that didn't get involved.
I was helping.
Yeah, I mean,
Helping.
yeah, helping. I mean, I got involved. I just didn't get involved.
Fair.
I didn't get involved.
That's true. That's true.
Gonna have to get
Yeah, it's mostly just me, Keljar, and Har.
Yeah, I still think you should get him with a little honey.
So you guys did manage to effectively, help them as much as they would have rather you not. But given the scenario, they kind of accepted it. And you guys basically carry on for the rest of the day. Pretty uneventful. That particular wagon kind of catches up a little bit later as everybody stops. It probably takes them. Again, I don't know if I've kind of mentioned this or not brought it up. These caravans, basically, it's during the day they spread out pretty far. At points, they can be like a mile or two apart from end to end. Again, just people move at different paces and all of that fun jazz. So they basically show up maybe a half an hour, maybe an hour later than everybody else. Kind of they're kind of stragglers that day. The gentleman that was assisting them with you, Butcher, kind of goes up and talks to him kind of after all of that goes on. But it's kind of, hush tones isn't really the right way to put it, but kind of quiet. They don't, talk so everybody can hear or anything. The next
The
day,
guy that I was helping fix
yeah.
the wagon, was that somebody special, or was that just like a peon for that garage?
He was the driver. He was the guy that actually is driving the wagon.
If I ever see them, I know you said they kind of get spread out and stuff, but like when we're setting up camp at the end of the day and stuff,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to be like cordial with them and build up a relationship, like a, brother in arms kind of like thing.
Yeah, sure. He comes in and they're kind of doing their thing for that night. So you don't have a reason to be next to him or talk to him unless you want to go out of your way. But But again, with how cagey they are, do it at your own risk. But yeah, so that is that night.
What can you tell me about that brooch, by the way?
So the brooch, as you are looking at it, is a golden brooch that is inlaid in the center of it. There is a diamond. It is pretty exquisite. And your guess that it would fetch probably close to 1,000 gold.
That's a high level spell right there.
Is it
Unless
magic?
the
or,
whole
like,
brooch is what's worth 1,000.
The whole
It's not just
the
a
brooch
diamond.
the brooch is a whole because of the
Okay.
craftsmanship of it. Yeah.
Dang.
do I get the feeling it's got some magic or any
It is.
energy?
It is not magical.
All
It is
Could
just.
you-
It is just very fancy.
Could you say that the
Is this something
gemstone
we've all talked
itself-
about?
I haven't mentioned it to anybody.
Okay.
Not yet anyway. Is there any identifying marks on the brooch, like from who to who? For your birthday, for
Or maybe
your,
even like a family seal
beloved.
or something on the back
Yeah.
of it?
Nope. Nothing. There is nothing. The only thing that's on it is a. What you would know as a smith. You know, it would be like a
Smith mark.
like a smith's mark, but it's
signature or
a
something, yeah.
it's a engraver's mark essentially. But that's you don't recognize it. You don't know who it is, just off the top of your head without any kind of comparison. But that's the only thing that's on it is basically that kind of signature of the person who did it, and that's it.
And as time goes on, I'm gonna let the party know.
Okay. So, kind of over the evening, you kind of discuss it with everybody, and that's more or less that.
Hey,
I'm going to make the suggestion that possibly returning it to garner favor with them and try to get our way in that wagon.
I'll hand it over to you if you feel like that's the best thing for it. But at first, I want to take a sketch of the Smith mark.
Okay. Yeah.
I wasn't necessarily saying let's do it. I was just putting it up for discussion. Like I think it might not be a bad idea, but I'm open to whatever.
Yeah, I'm open to that. I mean, I don't necessarily need the gold. I don't need to sell this, and plus, I don't even know if this is I suspect it's been robbed from somebody. But you seem to have. I'll tell you, I don't have good relations with them, so I am not the person to do it.
I mean, yeah, I could give it to the driver or be like, "Hey, I found this after we got done working. Do you think this is one of y'all's?" If we think that's a good route to go through, I'm definitely not charismatic.
I mean, it's very suspect that you bring that up hours after the fact.
Well, I wouldn't have known about it until he told me about it.
Like, oh, we mysteriously found it wrapped around the hands of somebody else.
I mean, it wasn't necessarily that. It's just like DM was saying, like we didn't have a reason to be talking to each other at the earlier,
Yeah.
and
not-
we
it's
get
not
separated by
visible today.
miles.
Yeah.
So it's not like I held on to it for a week and be like, "Hey, ma."
By the way, I couldn't offload this. Do you want it back?
Right?
Nobody wanted to buy it.
Here's worth 1,000 gold."
Perhaps someone should just go ask them and be like, you were very apprehensive to ask for help earlier, which is not like people trying to travel in a caravan for protection. What gives?
I'm behind that. Like I said, I don't think it's good if I go with you though, because I made a fool of
I'm
myself
sure
with
in the
them.
hell not talking to them. This sounds like a job for someone charismatic, and it is not I.
Right.
And nor
Are
I.
smart.
Okay, I'll do it.
I just come up with the good inside ideas. The rest of you can do it.
You come up with a good inside ideas, you just roll garbage.
That's
Makes
right.
garbage rolls.
Good job, Davis. Thanks.
Yeah. So, Squidmar, do you want to talk to them?
Yeah,
guys
we'll talk
want
to them.
Okay.
Do y'all want to give back the thing at the same time to try to, get favor with them so they'll talk to us, or do we just want to keep it and pocket it and call it a day?
I say no. It'll make us more suspicious looking.
I kind of agree with Eridune. Like, it might very well make us very suspicious looking.
All right, I'm going to toss it back to Harish Toon and be like, congratulations, you just won some grave robbed loot, cleric.
Great.
Perhaps not
Great.
grave robbed. Again, they seem
We'll
like
find
rich
out.
folk that might be trying to hide something from people.
Again,
They're on the run.
again,
That could very well be.
you know they're not, though. Like, you know these aren't just rich people trying to hide. You know almost certainly that they are cultists.
Look,
He's just wrongly incited.
I've rolled a 4 on my insight check earlier.
Yes.
My plan
He
is
thinks
probably
we're
not the
the
best.
cultists.
Yeah. My plan is probably not the best one to follow through with.
Again, your insight was just to figure out why they're being so cagey about it. It was not to discern who they were.
Perhaps follow me with this logic then, since I'm good at deducing things. What if this is things they're stealing from the caravan members? On the down low, that's why they don't want anyone helping them. They're stealing from other caravan members.
This caravan?
Yes, this caravan.
I'm gonna look around. I mean, I saw a lot of different clothes of sizes and things like that. Does that even seem to track? Oh, do I need to do a perception or an insight?
I'm going to go ahead and say no one in this caravan is going to have the kind of stuff that you saw.
No, I don't think so.
Plus, wouldn't people notice stuff missing on this
Would you?
adventure that we're going on?
Would you, if you've packed away your belongings in chests?
Wouldn't you know they're like open or rust? Like
No, that's the whole point of rogues, isn't it?
I mean, like a good thief would
That's
Yeah,
steal
I mean,
it right off your body,
yeah.
man.
Horrible
Yeah.
thieves if they leave the doors open and your fucking drawers all pulled out and be like, oh, I've been robbed. Yeah, no shit.
It's like
So you
sleeping
don't
in the
beat
bed.
me.
Like,
Yeah. And again,
All right, I'm not giving any more advice. I'm going back to being grumpy.
yeah.
and again,
oh,
you
stopped
guys
being grumpy.
you guys know that they stole a bunch of the cultists stole a bunch of shit from Greenfield.
What's
Greenest.
Greenfield again?
Greenest.
Greenest. Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's where we started.
Look,
Yeah.
we can just do this right here in the middle of the caravan. I mean,
Kill him.
if you guys, if we know they're cultists and they've done nothing but bad shit, and we are coming from Greenest where they attacked, and we are hot on their trails.
You're trying to figure out where they're taking everything.
Yeah,
The people
So
that
We're
kill-
not
took
trying to
out of
confront them. We're
village.
trying to follow them to where they're going.
Yeah, so killing them outright is a bad idea.
again, I roll bad insight rolls.
Oh my god.
We gotta torture them for information.
He's Eridoon of bad ideas.
Yes.
All right. So, what is everybody doing? What time is it? What's going on?
I'm
It's
shrugging
nightfall, right?
and just standing in
Yeah.
ground.
At this point it is the evening. You guys are stopped for the evening of day 1.
I will not be accompanying you on that charismatic conversation that you're going to partake in.
So I'm going to play some dulcet tunes as I saunter on over there,
Okay.
and I'll roll up to them and be like, "How y'all doing tonight?"
They kind of just look at you. They don't respond. They kind of just nod. Kind of give you the head.
I've annoyed my party members quite enough with my constant my playing here.
And you're
I figured
annoying
I'd,
us too.
Are you selling it?
I don't know if I'm selling it, man. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'll go ahead and stop playing.
Okay.
And walk away sad. No. Hey, why are you guys so awkward with this what was it, this afternoon?
Yeah.
Yeah. This afternoon, why accept the help from your fellow travelers here? We're a bunch of decent guys ish, right?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh yeah. Gonna dunk it right here. Oh yeah. Oh, actually, that's not so bad.
Yeah. I'm gonna fight you with this. Oh yeah, I rolled a 4.
Very nice.
He is not very forthcoming with what he says. But he says we do not want to show the things that we have. You obviously understand some of them may be valuable. We
I
are not.
suppose it
We are
would
not,
make sense not to flash your goods to rogues and heathens, but I mean,
we are not trying.
tough times.
We are trying to not draw attention to ourselves. That is all.
I would not like call him out, but I will kind of bluntly say,
Are you over there with him? Did you
oh
go
yeah,
over with
yeah.
Squidmore? Okay.
Sorry, I thought I had said that, but
No, I missed that, but that's okay.
I would kind of say, perhaps it is more curious and cause for alarm when you won't let anybody help you clean up a spill to help get the entire caravan back on the road, is it not?
He says, I suppose you have a point. But again, discretion is our utmost goal.
Speaking of your goods, there, what sort of merchants are you?
Says, we are transporting things for a client.
Ah, I see.
I kind of go, yes, I understand. The I kind of say, I kind of ask him what. I guess I'll roll a persuasion, but I'm basically saying, asking him what kind of client they're dealing with, and I try to loosen him up by basically saying like, my clients, that I'm working for is a caravan, and they're kind of really carrying some weird stuff, stuff that I wouldn't have thought was going to be worth selling in another town or yada yada yada. Just trying to like butter them up.
Okay.
But let me go ahead and roll my persuasion. Womp. Not great.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see how I fare. Oh yeah. He says, my client is none of your business.
Kind of throw my hands up and I'm like, I understand. Discretion.
Yeah,
You were
I'll
saying before about discretion. I understand.
I'll slap Butcher on the shoulder. Be like, hey, some clients are a bit of a hard ass. You don't want to anger your clients by
I'll
spilling their beans everywhere.
I'll respond and say, I understand, and then I go to the cultist and I kind of pat him on the back and I'm like, some clients will pay more for the discretion. I understand.
Before you
I
even
wouldn't
get
turn down that kind of. Okay,
before you even get to him to like pat him on the back, he literally like swats your hand away.
I'm sorry, friend. I didn't mean to offend you.
But you're here talking to me, which is an offense.
I didn't realize polite conversation was an offense.
So we keep to ourselves for a reason.
It's a long road. There's lots of dangers out here. You don't want to be out here by yourself.
When he says something about keeping to himself and like generally being mean about this, I kind of give him that weird like the Rock eyebrow, and I'm like, I thought you said you were trying to not appear cagey and
No.
like,
He says, I'm trying to keep me and mine away from eyes that should not see it.
while I understand, I won't press further. But I would caution you to take a little more care in your discretion then. You're drawing a lot of attention for not wanting to do so. And then I walk off.
Okay. Yeah.
Weird guy, am I right?
Yeah, the weird silver dragon with a fucking giant meat cleaver on his back.
When you guys come back, I'm like, so
Squidmar, did you
Was
did
I
you leave
correct?
with him?
No, I was talking to the other guy.
Okay. I thought so.
He was calling the butcher weird. He wasn't
That's right.
calling. He wasn't telling the butcher that those guys were weird.
He says, "I'm sorry, but I see you no different than him."
Go ahead
that's
and roll that
unfortunate.
vicious mockery on him.
So,
So-
I wish I couldn't see you.
so I'm like, so do they need help?
All right. well,
When he
What are
asks
they?
me, I kind of tell him that like they don't want anything, and I kind of tell them that they told us that they are doing their like best to try and not draw attention to themselves and be discreet and everything. I tell them that I flat out told them that like the way they are acting is causing more. What's the word I'm looking for? Causing more attention than like just acting normal would. Like them acting suspicious is creating more attention that they are trying not to achieve. So I kind of tell Eridun that we are sort of getting under their skin at this point, and it may cause them to slip up. I'm not saying we should press them harshly, but I do think that the more we just try to like talk to them and be buddy buddy, the more annoyed they're gonna get with us just trying to be like normal people, and may
Well,
like tell us off or
Let's
accidentally
just-
let something slip.
let's just leave them alone and keep an eye on them, I guess. Yeah, I
It
think.
is wise for now.
Yeah, let's just tail them.
You're headed to Waterdeep, I believe, correct?
Yes.
Currently, yes.
So we will tail them from there. Well, you guys will tail them from there, and then report back to me and let me know,
Oh, I see.
so I can deduce a plan.
I see. Are you the group leader now, Eridun?
I mean, I'm the one with the brain cell today.
Fine.
I mean, you got
Big
half of
brain
the one, right?
plays- Big brain plays from our salty elf boy.
Just one more level, and I'll be super happy, elf boy.
Finally get another point in intelligence.
No, if he's happy, he'd be point in charisma.
Oh, that's fair.
His
Hold on.
disposition will go from
Didn't
cold
we
to sunny.
discuss last game that we were going to get a level this game?
Uh-huh.
If
said
not this
possibly
game, then
this
next game.
No, we
We discussed it like you, we all discussed it. I don't know if
No,
Davis.
Davis said if not this week, then next.
Yeah. He's
Oh.
like, yeah, you were more than. I was serious when I put that in there.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
we were more than likely going to get it, and if we don't,
Hold on,
then we'll
but we
probably more than
skipped
likely get it
last
next
week.
week.
We skipped last week, so it's got to be this week.
That's not.
Yeah,
how that,
whatever lets you
No.
sleep at night.
That's not how that works. But anyway.
Yeah, we did some wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff, so it's gonna be 3 weeks
yeah.
at least.
Yeah, remember we were in Waterdeep, and he pulled us back to Daggerford.
Yeah, we're actually gonna teleport back to Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next. Next, you guys go back to Greenest, and then you do
Retconning
the
our
whole
whole adventure. Okay.
Yeah.
Next week on last week on Dragon Ball.
All right. So you guys basically just kind of discuss this throughout the rest of the night. You get your sleep. And you carry on. For the next probably 2 days, nothing interesting happens. Oh, except for me yawning, because obviously.
And then God yawned.
And then God yawned.
Oh my god, puppies.
But the following morning, you guys wake up as you guys are all kind of sitting around. You have your morning gruel in front of you. Gemna. Well, I'll call her Gleam Silver because it's easier to say. Gleam Silver walks up to you guys, and she kind of looks around as if she's kind of surveying the area, and she puts her finger to her lips. She then walks up to Eridun. She grabs the bowl of oatmeal that you have, takes it out of your hand. After poking through your oatmeal with the blade of her dagger, she lifts it out and shows you an oatmeal-smeared object resembling a tiny bead. She glances over her shoulder to where the cultists sit at their breakfast. "It's a silver of bone," she whispers, "curled into a circle so that you can swallow it in a mouthful of gruel without noticing. Once eaten, it slowly uncurls inside of you, exposing needle points that pierce your guts and kill you slowly. I suspect they're in all of your breakfasts." As she gets up,
Immediately start like digging around in mine.
as
I
she
assume
gets
I
up,
cooked breakfast. Be like, when did that happen?
she then gets up, walks away, and she says as she's walking away, she says, "Let's talk this evening." What do you guys want to do?
Well, not continue to eat this
Fucking
breakfast.
dump out my oatmeal and eat a ration.
Man, I worked really hard on that oatmeal.
Not as conspicuously dump out my oatmeal. Just kind of be like, this is good, and then just kind of toss
Yeah.
it around.
Same.
Who gave me my fucking oatmeal is the question.
So a lot of times in these kind of in the morning in these in this caravan, there's kind of just like bowls that kind of are just shared amongst everybody. So it's kind of like a group, like a communal oatmeal that somebody
Like I set up like a
makes.
breakfast buffet.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, in all honesty, I probably would have helped if they would have let me. So
Yeah,
And,
yeah. Squidmore, actually, you probably were involved, so you're like,
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck?
yeah,
Right.
like I was like, oh, I didn't put that in there.
Squidmar, you lost your poison beads again.
I was like,
Did she say she wanted to talk later tonight, or just like later?
I
She
will
said
assume
this
it's later
evening.
tonight.
Okay.
Well,
thought my anus felt a little empty.
I think we're pushing the right buttons or the wrong ones.
Well, Either way, we're pushing buttons.
We're getting under someone's skin. Who could
Most
it be?
certainly.
Bum, bum, bum.
So, I'm gonna pocket my bead. Can I do that? Is it safe to pocket?
Ooh, yeah, pocket it. We'll kill some bitch with it later.
Put it back in there.
All together, and you can get some pocket beads.
Are you looking through your gruel to try to find it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
It's a
discreetly.
suppository.
Give
discreetly. I mean, it's gruel.
yeah. Well, it's oatmeal. I don't know why I keep saying gruel. Actually, it says both.
Still, it's
same
pretty.
shit.
It's thin.
It
I
says
think it's almost
oatmeal,
the same, dude.
It's
and it
thin.
I
says
would say oatmeal and gruel are pretty fucking similar.
Give me an investigation.
Also,
Yeah, but who wants to eat gruel?
I mean,
Can I just
I'm
take
gonna
a 20
grab a
on it
glass
and
of
take
water,
my
I'll be
time?
right back.
You can't.
I also am not okay. I mean, nobody knows where her dagger's been, and she just shoved it right in my fucking oatmeal.
Yeah,
no,
but you're not going
I
to
can
eat
eat the
it.
rest of that. I
Har-
mean, they took the poison bone out, right?
yeah, Harshtun, you don't find one.
No, they didn't want to kill me, guys.
Oh, eat up then, bro.
When he says that, when he doesn't find one, I go, maybe you already ate it.
Oh shoot!
Bum bum.
I gotta go to the
Bum,
bushes,
bum.
guys. I gotta go to the bushes and get this stuff out of me. I'll be
Poop
back.
it out, right?
Stick your
Yeah.
finger down your throat and try to vomit.
Ah.
Take the ipecac. Take the ipecac. Does ipecac exist in D&D?
I think we should
I don't think it does.
not bring any more attention to ourselves for the day, and
That's
just
pretty smart.
casually ignore those people, the cultists,
But I was thinking I should cook them something nice to say I'm sorry.
and then meet
Just
with our
go give it to them.
So as you guys are all doing this, I need everybody to also roll me perception checks.
Oh, see, somebody's listening to us. Bum bum bum.
Bum, bum, bum. I'm not listening.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
You're too
Yeah.
moody to realize what's going on.
Me and
Well,
Aaron are playing Tiddlywinks.
I told you
He's
maybe
insightful and perceptive.
it's not my day for the brain cells. Someone else has it.
But
Jesus
luckily,
Me and Keljar seem to be sharing the brain cell today.
So, Butcher and Kaljar, the two of you, and Harsh Toon as well.
yeah, don't forget me.
You
You
guys
got a good one. You got a good one.
Yeah, you guys notice the camp that she had kind of like nodded towards. Two of the members that are sitting there kind of very much seem to be like looking in your direction and then looking back, looking in your direction and looking back, like kind of trying to
Be that make sure we're eating our gruel, kind of.
they're trying to watch and see if something's going on with you guys. Yeah.
Is that camp part of the 5 wagons
Uh-huh.
that we identified?
Yes.
Yep.
So I'm going to play it up and act like I'm dying.
He's like,
I'll just like fall on the table, roll around, like super dramatic.
Yes, you're sitting there and you like grab your side, you literally start vomiting.
All medic.
You fall over and just
beautiful, Chris.
like I need everybody else to make me insight rolls to see if they actually think he's dying.
Inside
Oh yeah, I'm like, buddy.
No.
You want insight or you want medicine?
I mean, I can't beat that.
I mean, medicine would also work if you want to like check. Oh,
I probably do think he's dying.
you're not sure, but you're like, wait, what the fuck? Like, so all
Like,
of you guys
nothing
like,
seems wrong.
Oh, if anyone seems, because I know he's not dying, right?
I would
21?
I would say you, Harshun, you're the only one that like, you're for sure. Eridun, you're like, pretty sure he's kidding, but maybe he's not. But I'm pretty sure he is.
I'm gonna act very grave about it, but if anyone makes any motions, I'm gonna kind of try to whisper to them discreetly and like he's acting, just so that no one tries to save his life and hurt him.
Sure.
Get the heavy
Doing
fence.
chest compressions and throw off his heart rhythm.
Would be me with my 5. I'm going to try to do CPR.
You're gonna cast a healing spell on him. Yeah, so you guys basically figure out that like after a minute and of him like convulsing basically on the ground and he stops and Harshun's like he's fine. He was just acting. You're all like, wow. Okay. And you kind of like drag him off into the back of one of the wagons.
Can
Yeah,
I
just kind of put him back
do a
like
perception check as we're like dragging his corpse away to like see what their reaction is to him dying?
yeah, for sure. I mean, one of them is very much like watching because he's making a scene. So it's not like a number of people are like what the fuck's going on? But like nobody's coming over because they're all like, the hell's going on? So it's not weird that he's looking, but also like he's looking. He's very obviously looking, along with a lot of other people.
Anybody steepling their fingers or writhing their hands, laughing maniacally.
Not that you can see. You're literally
Heck.
you're laying in the back of one of these wagons, chuckling to yourself.
Pretty good. It's pretty good. That's a good performance.
Gonna be like the fucking Guar concert I went to where they killed off their own fucking band member and then he comes out 2 songs later and they're like, hey, wait a minute, we killed you. He's like, oh, yeah, well, I got better.
Nice.
Fly down from the trees on some really thin wire. I have arisen.
All right.
With that perception, by the way, Davis, do I notice if they are like convinced that he's dying and they're kind of like yes, or
No,
like
you.
do I just notice that
No,
they're paying attention?
they're too far away for you to like get a judge on their.
I don't see any of them throw up that like
No.
that fist that says we did a good job, or like nobody's high fiving each other.
Success fist.
Only one of you guys went down, so it was kind of like a mild success.
Fair enough.
I mean, but it was the annoying one, so. Yeah.
It was one of the annoying ones.
Beautiful.
You forgot the butcher, Kaljar, Harishtun, Eridun.
I'm helpful.
Yeah, he was totally nice.
So with that being said, are you guys doing anything for the rest of the day?
I'm laying in the cart.
Okay.
Just pretending he's dead the whole day. He's just
Maybe
like, I'm just gonna take
like-
it easy, have a nice relaxing
Blame him.
day.
Yeah. He earned it. Quite a performance.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Maybe they'll come ask after me, and I'll make me feel good about myself.
You know, when it's evening, I'm gonna be there for the conversation with the gnome. Was she a gnome?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gnome.
Oh,
I'll be
yeah.
there for the conversation. Other than that, I'll just keep
I
kind of
figure
keep
we
it a
just
sharp eye
travel,
out.
and then wait. If nothing happens during the day, we'll just travel until we make camp again and talk to Gemna.
Okay.
Chris, what you painting?
So
Brain.
still
Always.
What are you painting? A frame?
terrain.
Terrain,
Oh.
like landscape.
It's a generator.
Nice. So you guys basically travel for the rest of the day. Nothing exciting goes on. There's a tenseness in the air with you guys, given the potential attempted murder that happened this morning.
Right.
As far as they know, successful murder.
Right?
Yeah. But you kind of get a weird, like, very much vibe that somebody's watching you, just kind of all day. You have that like something's going on.
What
Like
else
we
is
we
new?
probably realized that like since we know they put those cursed beads in our breakfast, that they're probably watching and waiting for the rest of us to keel off like Squidmar did.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Yeah, very much like you kind of just like you can feel it in the crux of your back, like between your shoulder blades. You just have that like that feeling.
That itch where you're like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah. So the rest of the evening or the rest of the day basically goes as normal. But once that happens, the evening comes about. Gemna comes and greets you guys again, kind of as you guys are having your evening meal. She says,
Hey, Jimna.
"We don't work for the same people, but we're all here on the same side. We share a belief that the cult of the dragon must be stopped. I need to know what they're carrying in those wagons and where they're taking it. Will you help me find out? We can do it tonight."
I pipe up and tell her about the spill and
Okay.
kind of tell her the general vibe of the stuff that we saw and like stuff that we helped put away, like, and I ask Harishtun if he wants to show what he found or not.
I'm gonna do an insight check to see. I mean, just I know so little about her. I mean, so far I've trusted her. I'd like to do an insight
Not a
check
bad
before
idea.
I just,
Hit
show her
it.
my stuff.
Uh-huh. Okay. You you kind of get the impression that, and especially after the last time you had talked to her, which I don't remember really everything that you guys went through, but it was effectively a lot of the same.
We agreed that we were both watching them
Yeah.
and that we might be able to help each other, but
Right.
nothing concrete. And now she has an ask.
Yeah. So you get the impression that she kind of doesn't. She's not telling you everything. She knows more than she's letting on. She's not lying in what she's saying, but you definitely get the undertone that like there's something else there.
Jimna, we would love to help you. And I might have some information, I might have something to show you, as you've already heard, but you're going to have to be more forthcoming with us if we're going to trust you.
She said, well, I don't know what you want to hear from me. I need to know what's in there.
You said
Who do
that
you work
we don't work
for?
for the same people, but we would like to know who you're working for.
She says, sorry, Toots. That's private information.
What about with the persuasion?
She says, you could see, like, she almost, and she's like, I'd love to tell you, but, it ain't worth my life.
Huh.
This conversation turned dark really quick.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Jim, now, the people that we work for, they wouldn't be interested in taking our life if we told you anything. How do we know that once we start working with you, they won't want to take our life as well?
No. You don't need to worry about it. All I need is information. Once I have that, I'm good.
Forgot she was a Southern belle.
They don't. Yeah, I did too there for a while.
Jim, do you mind if we discuss this among ourselves, since you're asking for all of our help?
She
Come back to us in a couple of minutes.
she basically.
Unless you want to ask her anything, please.
Well, yeah. Basically, she says, they don't have to know where I got this information from. I'm asking you. They're not. Is essentially what she says. But she says, of course, darling. I'll be back in a jiff. She goes over to where, like, somebody's selling booze. So she goes over and gets some.
What a
All right,
lush.
guys. What do y'all think? I mean, I feel like her people could turn on us, but also she could be help. It's really hard to say.
We also don't know who her people are.
I know.
It's a lot harder to gauge
have her
if her people are
people
going to turn on us when we don't know who they are.
call our people and schedule a lunch.
I would love that.
That really seems like the
Yeah,
best.
just send them a quick email.
We need a lunch meeting to really work this out.
To work out this proposal, we're gonna need a memorandum of understanding based on the skills and roles.
We're gonna need to have a Zoom meeting.
So what do y'all think? Because I'm uncomfortable making this
Well,
decision.
While I don't upfront trust her, I do believe that having an extra pair of hands to try and help us rifle through these cultists isn't a bad thing. Whether or not she ends up being...
Worst comes to worst, we kill her later kind of situation?
I was going to say worst comes to worst, we blame everything on her. Throw her to the wolves if need be. Have a scapegoat.
I don't think she would be that bad of a person. She did save our lives.
She
That is
did.
fair.
So, I
Well,
mean, I don't
most
think
of our
she had-
lives, man.
Yeah, Squidmar says.
All right, so that's 2-4. I'll go with it.
I'm stupid and gullible. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay.
So she's
Worst case, she sees dragon cult, and we have to kill all of these people in the entire convoy.
I mean, hey, if we kill them all, we'll probably get our level, right?
Yeah.
So she's basically just like hanging out by the beer wagon. As she kind of looks over and you kind of like nod
Kind
for
of
her to
like
come
motion.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she kind of comes back over and she says, "So how about you say we do some business?" Oh, well, that is some wonderful stuff. So, you said one of their wagons fell, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What?
That wasn't by accident either.
She said. She kind of looks around and Keljar. She kind of like singles you out and she goes. She kind of just nods in your direction, like she kind of like.
She's like, you rascal. You.
Somehow knows it was you, but doesn't say anything. She goes.
The lady's intuition.
So what did they have in there?
All types of items, valuable items.
Basically, tell her that it seemed more like a rich person moving than a merchant trying to move product.
She said,
Like it was very many fine things that aren't the typical things you would find out on the road.
That was almost how they described it as well when we talked to them.
They didn't describe to us what they were carrying.
Well, no, they described what they were doing was moving for a client.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. True. They did describe them. They were moving things for a client. They were very cagey about whom their client was.
And pretty rude, honestly. I mean,
yeah. They said they were trying to not draw attention to themselves, and I told them that in the act of trying to not draw attention to themselves, they were in fact drawing more attention to themselves. They proceeded to get rude, and told us off, and that was basically it.
Yeah, I have noticed that they do not seem to enjoy the finer points of eloquent speaking. And what do y'all make of Josh?
Which one's Josh?
The wizard. Seems kind of odd that there's a red wizard working with the cultists.
No more
Indeed.
odd than anything else we've seen. It does seems like a very odd caravan.
I do not see it as so odd as how most of the known dragon cults in the past have been trying to resurrect Dracoliches. It seems a red wizard, a necromancer, would be someone that they would quite require their help.
Says you do make a fine point there, sir. Perhaps that's all it is. You kind of get the impression of she's just like, yeah, maybe that's the only reason. Like very much kind of a
She's
yeah, right.
No. Like, oh, they're just trying to resurrect a dragon. Like that's it's cool.
Right, she's being sarcastic.
What they're trying to do. Yeah, kind of. Like it couldn't be anything worse than them resurrecting a dragon, right?
Yeah, exactly. She's like, oh yeah, a dragon. Like that's the only.
I'll summon an
reason
old god.
Yeah.
No big deal.
So
NBD.
you said you needed to know, and now you know. So now, what does that mean to you?
Said, well, now I can pass that information along. I don't have to get my hands dirty, as it were, to find out for myself. Keeps me out of the line of fire, as it were.
I'm highly suspicious. She knows again way more than she's saying. Can I do another
You can.
I don't like helping blind.
No, you can give another.
I was gonna say
you
we
can give
probably
another
should have
insight.
asked her like what she was gonna give us for helping her earlier.
Oh yeah, what?
Instead of just
What's
like
in it for us?
giving her all the information she needed, right?
By the way,
Yeah, Harsh, Tune, give me another insight.
Insight or persuasion?
Insight.
Insight.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you I'm going to give it to you because you rolled so well last time.
Oh, thank you.
You get the impression that she's asking that, but she already knew.
Yeah.
Like she's
I-
like what's in it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah, that's just kind of almost like double checking her work, if that makes sense. Is kind of the impression that you got. Like, I knew that's what they had, but you guys also found that's what they had, so I wasn't wrong. That's kind of the impression that you're getting out of it.
I'm gonna lean into her a little bit. I'm like, we're friends, right? We're at least friendly.
Well, of course, darling.
Friend like.
Yeah. There's a term from where I'm from, and I don't mean this poorly. I want you to understand. There's such thing as a useful idiot. I don't want to be your useful idiot.
She said,
You understand me, right?
I would never.
I would hope not.
Said you have all been quite useful.
Yeah,
And
we have been. We absolutely have. Been.
Sorry, she would say you have been all quite helpful, not useful. Useful.
Very useful.
Useful was the wrong word. She says, y'all
Super useful, you dummy.
Y'all have been quite helpful, and
most of you aren't even idiots.
and only one of you seems to be an idiot.
Looks over to Aradune.
Yeah. Yup.
I'm not an idiot. I'm smart as fuck.
I know that's the joke. She said, well, I would say, watch out. I think they're probably planning something. I'd
appreciate it.
I'd sleep with an eye open and maybe not take
Check
from
your
the
breakfast every morning.
maybe not take from the communal gruel in the morning. She said, we're almost to water deep. A couple more days. Shouldn't be too bad.
Are you gonna be going on with the caravan once we arrive?
She said, well, Waterdeep is the last stop for now.
Well, again, I hope we can count you as the least friendly, of course.
She said,
If there's anything else we can do to help each other, we'll let each other know.
of course. Let me know if I can help with anything. Be my pleasure.
Thank you. Mighty generous.
Kind of gives you the curt like head nod and kind of walks off. Saunters
Get
off.
my 10-gallon hat as she leaves.
Yeah. And like you kind of watch her leave. She walks behind one of the wagons and just like disappears. Like this little fuck is sneaky as shit.
Yeah. She's working us.
Yeah, y'all really forthcoming with a lot of information. That was really cool of you guys.
Hey.
He seems nice. I'm glad we got to help her out.
Right.
You never know what's gonna come of helping somebody out. All right. So you guys kind of sit, consider the conversation that you just had, and get back to sleep.
Right.
At this point,
One eye open.
yeah, probably have your have somebody hanging out, kind of on watch. So you guys make it a couple more days. At this point, as far as you guys know, you're about 2 days out from Water's Deep.
Okay.
And as you guys wake up in the morning, there is a kind of a commotion going on in the caravan.
The next morning?
Yeah, that following morning. Not the following morning talking to Gemna. It's a couple days later. Probably 2 days, about 2 days later. You guys find that somebody was murdered in the middle of the camp.
Well, that's suspicious.
What do you guys want to do?
Who? Can we find out who?
You can. You can go look at the body yourself if you want to.
Let's do that.
Okay.
I'm running. I love me a good murder mystery.
Okay. You guys go over and you find the wagon. It was one of the cultist wagons.
Ooh, that was my first
One of
question.
the cultists was murdered. Ooh.
And one of the cultists is laying on the ground with
Is it one of the ones that we helped?
It was actually.
No. Is it the driver?
It wasn't. It was one of the other ones.
Was it the one that was being rude to us?
Well, they were all being rude to you. Let's get
The
that
one I
straight.
was
The one was
talking
mainly
to
rude.
specifically.
It wasn't that guy. That guy sucked a lot.
But there is he's laying face down next to the wagon. And it looks like he has basically a stab in his back. He was stabbed in the back.
That looks uncomfortable.
Looks like it would be a killer pain in the back.
I would like to grab one of my vials from my alchemist. That is this dude, right? Yeah, this is. Yeah.
Is it?
All right, I was like, is this the alchemist guy? I would like to take one of my vials from my alchemist tools and get a vial of blood.
Okay. As you guys kind of approach and kind of address everything, Kelshar, before you get a minute, because it's kind of drawn a little bit of a crowd. You know, somebody was literally murdered in the middle.
Right.
The other two that were on that wagon kind of come out, and they immediately start pointing fingers at you guys, saying that one of you guys did it. What weapons do you guys carry? Eridun, what kind of weapons do you have on you?
Shit.
Blood-covered daggers, exclusively.
Quarter. A quarterstaff.
Okay. Actually, I will just ask this question. Does anybody have a short sword on them?
Nope.
Great
I have a
sword,
rapier.
glaive, hand axe.
Okay.
Nobody uses short swords. They don't do enough damage. And these are some number crunchers, bro.
Yeah, man. Min-max.
Says the guy who was using fucking daggers.
I have a halberd.
I didn't use daggers. I used fucking claws.
You used daggers. Anyway.
It was
He
claw
He
gauntlets.
put
They were
them.
the
He
exact
put the
same
min
daggers.
in min max. Yes.
He
For
did
min
put
max
the
to
min
work,
in min
you get max. Somebody else has to min. There you go.
Mm-hmm. That
That
is how
He's
it
over
works.
there rolling 1d1s.
Look, I never said I was the best. I'm just not the worst.
Well, they basically come out and essentially start accusing you guys. Sorry, I'm gonna ask again. What swords do you guys have? I know somebody said a great sword.
Yeah, I have a great sword.
Does anybody have a long sword?
My great sword is much more a slashing weapon than a stabbing weapon because it looks like a cleaver. It's got a big flat end on the top of it.
Yeah, that doesn't.
I have a rapier. I'm probably the murderer.
Okay. Keljar, Harish, Toon, do either of you have a long sword on you?
I ain't got nothing.
I mean, I carry a smith's mace. You know, the hammer.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So nobody has like
The closest thing would be the rapier that
right, and
Widmore has.
so the wound itself is far too large for that. It looks like it was probably made like it's too small for a dagger, so it's definitely too small for a rapier. A rapier would probably
Oh
leave-
yeah, real pinhole.
Yeah. So they basically are basically accusing you guys of killing this guy. They
We basically bring up that point where like we pull out all of our weapons and like point to them and be like, look, none of our weapons match the like we're telling everybody, not just those people, but we're like looking around at the caravan going, look at our weapons. You can see them clearly, they're all here. Look at the wound on this man's back. None of our weapons are capable of causing that size wound. It is either too small for our weapons.
Who's to say you didn't throw it away, sir? Why would you
Who's-
keep
who's
a
that?
murder weapon?
Then prove it. Find
Who
the
is-
murder weapon.
Is that one of the cultists?
Prove to me that you didn't do it. Yes, this,
Innocent
us that you
until
didn't do it.
proven guilty.
I mean, is that a law that kind of goes
Yeah, this
through
is
Fey
this is
Run?
an American
No.
dude.
Is this a proven innocent until proven guilty kind
This-
of situation?
no, this is a
What's
prove
the-
one
witch
way or
burning.
the other. Yeah, this is a witch burning. This is a lot less.
Which argument is
Then
more
I'm definitely
spectacular?
turning it back onto him and saying, "Prove to us that you didn't do it."
What's
Why
the
would
I'm
we
gonna
kill
look
our
at
own
the-
man? Sorry,
What's the crowd doing?
they're for
Sharpening
the
their
most
pitchforks.
they're for the most part like the fuck you on about? Like you guys up to this point have been almost exclusively helpful to them. Everybody kind of likes you guys well enough. You've all been nice enough other than Eridune.
Yeah,
It was-
so
it
like,
was definitely
we're
Eritune, honestly.
definitely like looking at these guys going like,
Also,
all we've tried to do is help you. Like, why would we try
Yeah.
turn around and just murder you? We tried to help you put your cart back together. We tried to help you clean up your spill so we could get on the road quicker. We tried to be friendly
Yes.
with you and have a pleasant conversation, which you so rudely turned us away. We have done nothing but be kind to you. Why are you accusing us of murder?
Keljar, what were you on about?
I wanted to inquire with the cleric and bard if either of y'all have speak with dead.
Hey, that's a good one.
I can spare the dying.
And we could just end it right here.
Try
You
it.
can't spare the dead.
I mean,
Spare
you might-
the dying.
He's not completely dead. No.
I mean, does it say specifically you can't do it on dead people?
I mean, you can do it.
You can. Nothing will happen. Basically, at this point,
I don't.
you know,
I don't have speak.
as you guys are kind of going back and forth, the you guys are very much getting what's the word that I want to use? You're kind of getting pushed apart a little bit. Like hold on,
By the
like we
crowd.
need to figure out what the fuck's going on here. Nobody else needs to get stabbed.
Was I able to get my vial of blood?
As that's all going on, you can, yes.
I don't think that helps our case if you try to steal a vial of blood from the dead man.
I'm going to use my
Just
alchemist
saying.
supplies to see if he was poisoned or if he was actually stabbed.
Okay.
This man's
Okay,
a,
if
a,
you
a
tell
physician.
everybody that, then
Yep.
that's probably the best thing to do before. You can't. You shouldn't just walk up and be like, "I'm taking his blood."
This man's a witch.
It's not like I'm Cammy.
Right?
Look, I just bite people.
Yeah, it's innocent biting,
Might even be playful.
right?
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be bad.
Was he poisoned?
He was not. He was stabbed.
He got blood poisoning from the ground when all his blood came out.
He could have been poisoned, and then he could have been set up to be stabbed to
Yeah.
make it look like us.
No, he was very much just stabbed through, and it killed him very, very quickly.
Stabbed through by something
Yeah.
smaller than a rapier. Smaller
No,
than
no,
a dagger.
No, it's bigger than a rapier.
Bigger than a
The
rapier.
hole itself. the
It's
rapier
a
is too
wider,
small.
it's a
wide
wider
cut,
hole,
basically.
much like a sword,
Yep.
much like
I
a sword
see.
stab or a spear stab, as opposed to a rapier stab.
I'll even give you in your alchemist's thing. I will give you a little medicine on there. You can tell that it was almost certainly a short sword that did it, or a very not far punctured long sword, but almost certainly a short sword.
Like, I kind of say under my breath, I'm like, the gnome.
The gnome knows. Do I see any blood trails that may show why, or drag marks or anything that would have shown me like which direction this dude was either coming from or?
Give me a intelligence check. Sorry,
You don't want the investigation.
He
investigation.
did roll an investigation.
This is for. Oh, cool. Yes, that works. Sorry, I didn't see that. You can tell that around the body there are a ton of footprints. But obviously that's probably from everybody today. You
Right.
do, however, kind of get the impression that the ground was otherwise probably overnight like swept as if to remove any footprints before the body was found.
Hiding the evidence.
Was I able to tell time of death with my alchemy check?
No.
Maybe it'll do medicine on that one, though.
I would say at this point the body's cold. It obviously hasn't been like long enough for it to start to decay, and the body's cold, so that doesn't really help. So
Has
hours
anyone
at this point.
I mean, that's probably what a medicine check would tell you.
Has anyone reacted to Squidmar being up and about yet?
Yeah, I'm alive. I'm
Yeah,
okay.
right. The one who died.
No, because I think everybody
cared.
kind of just assumed that he just got really sick.
Oh, good.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Also, they didn't care.
Yeah.
So, do you guys want to do anything else, or should I carry on?
Take a
No.
trophy.
Search his body.
Loot the
I
body.
mean, if nobody's like blaming us for murder except for the people who
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
are like the only people that nobody really likes, then yeah, I'm not super concerned about it. Like,
So you hear somebody call out like, basically a question to them like, so why was he killed?
Good question.
Did they take any of your stuff? Open up your wagon and see if they took anything.
Oh, snap. I'm gonna kind of try to stealth off a little bit.
Who
Uh-oh.
amongst us said these guys are stealing from the wagon caravan? Who but the great Moody Eridune Anastasia? Ha suckers!
Yes, what they took.
So at this point, they basically are like, no, it's fine.
We didn't like him.
fine.
It's all right.
And very much like they're kind of like talk people down. And
can we roll a persuasion check to try and get mob mentality in on
We
this?
should be
to try and
pushing
be
this
like,
now at this point.
yes.
No, these people are clearly stealing from this caravan. Their wagon needs to be searched.
So as all of this kind of goes on, Asbar Josh comes out, the Red Wizard, and he basically is just trying to like calm everybody down, like, let's not let this get out of hand. There obviously something happened. It is very obvious that they did not do anything, or there is no evidence of it.
Let's not get this out of hand. He means let me not have to kill this whole caravan.
Right.
No, I'll murder that wizard.
Now
Straight
there's no evidence showing that they did anything. Where was the evidence that showed that we did something?
He said they just got fired up. I apologize. We will let this go. And some of the other kind of the more prominent merchants are also like, ultimately, like, there's no evidence. There's nothing obvious. Like, we can't do anything about this. So, the gods will punish who is guilty. As for the rest of us, let us not make any more mistakes.
Yeah. Law and like due process is really stupid here. Can you imagine some like cops coming up against a murdered body and be like, "Well, the killer's not here now, so I don't know," and just walk away?
Is that your knife? No? Oh, all right.
Kelshar, I hate to inform you that there is a code called DNI, which means do not investigate.
Ha!
So that does happen.
You learned that from Doug.
No, I learned that from way too many of the mirror mystery podcasts that I listen to, where they talk about serial killers, and that is one of the things that gets brought up a lot as to why a lot of them get away with it for so long, is that the cops are basically just like, nope, don't want to mess with it, don't care.
This is a lot of work.
That's fucked up.
They-
Yeah, the cops are literally like, this is too much work for me, so we're just gonna not investigate it.
No, it's not. It was too much work. It was somebody they didn't care about. They were a sex worker. They were a
Murder hooker. That's
they were-
saving a police officer some time. You're doing a community service.
They were of color. They were gay.
It just comes with the job.
Like,
That's still fucked up.
Now, granted, I don't
Yeah.
think
Oh,
it
yeah.
happens.
Absolutely.
I don't think it happens nearly as much now, but like in the 80s and the 90s and the 70s and the
Yeah.
60s, like when there were a lot of them, oh man, it was awful. Sorry, anyway, I'm going on a tangent like I shouldn't. But yes, so sorry, Keljar, that actually is a thing that happens for real, which is kind of sad and disappointing. Yeah, so anyway, what else did you guys want to do? Because at this point, it's basically like we can't know who did this unless somebody's going to come forth and say something. And at the end of the day, like we have to keep moving.
I still
But-
like.
and
I
they've
know
already-
it's not like necessarily the wise thing to do, but every bit of me still wants to like pull mob mentality into this and like get everybody in the caravan to just be like, no, these guys are fucking suspicious. Like something's going on. These guys have been super quiet and super cagey and like won't talk to anybody. And anytime anybody tries to talk to them, they're super rude. Like something's going on, and we need to know what the fuck is going on. Y'all are part of this caravan. Y'all need to fess up. Like, get the mob mentality behind it. Get the fucking pitchforks and torches out. You know what I'm saying?
So you totally get the impression that after everybody else has kind of like come out and talk about this, everybody's kind of like the vibe has died down.
Yeah, fair enough.
And for what it's worth, I'm also going to give you this. This happens. There are people in caravans who just don't want to talk to people. This isn't anything odd or new. They're just the assholes in the caravan that don't want to talk to anybody. Nobody likes
Fair
them.
enough.
Nobody likes them, but it happens all the time. So,
And then they're the assholes in the caravan that want to talk to everybody.
exactly.
And that's
Yeah.
us.
That's us.
So, as everything's dying down and like the Red Wizard has calmed everybody down and gotten everybody to kind of start shuffling off, I basically say like a final word to the crowd, and I'm like, keep an eye on your goods, everyone. I don't think that these men are trustworthy. They're hiding something. And I turn and go back to my caravan.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about right. But who said it?
Mike, your mic's above your head.
Where's your mic?
Oh my god!
Oh,
Mike has left the building.
I was shoved in
Yeah.
my. It was in my butthole. Skid up, butthole.
you were correct about that. It just sounded like it was coming from so far away, and I was like, "Wow, somebody has someone listening in."
I was just saying that he's gonna be fucking Butcher will be dead in the morning.
Maybe.
Distinct possibility.
I guess we shall find out.
Yep.
So
Everybody go to sleep.
at this point,
I don't sleep tonight.
So at this point, you guys carry on. Obviously, the rest of the day is, as with every other day up to this point, incredibly tense. Everybody's on edge.
God, I hate this caravan.
Obviously somebody got murdered the next couple of nights. There are very obviously, like, you guys as guards are being asked to.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely taking extra care to watch
Yeah.
my charge.
Yeah, for
What
sure.
was her fucking name? Her name was Eldkin Agatul.
Yep. Yeah.
A shield dwarf.
so they-
works for
yeah.
Artis Bazaar.
Yeah, they all are like, hey, please watch us tonight, thank you. Like, double your
Yeah.
efforts, because I don't want to get stabbed.
Yep, I'm definitely doing that too.
And you guys notice all of the caravans are like that for basically the next 2 days. Nothing else happens as you guys finish your way to making it to Waterdeep. However, you do find that every time that you guys basically cross paths with the two that survived, as well as Joss. Joss doesn't, but the other two basically give you like a stare of unbridled hatred as they
Right.
kind of see you guys. They are furious at you guys.
Do something about it.
And with that,
Every time like I catch their eyes while they're staring at us with that intense hatred, I just look at them and do that whole like "come at me, bro" kind of thing.
No.
Like I gotta fight him, Sharon. Like
not
that kind of
just blow,
energy.
just blow a kiss.
Like do the whole like pat the chest and throw my hands up like what? Come fucking get some.
You were
Blow jerk.
You were so gonna get stabbed. I can't wait. And with that,
It's my job. I'm an intimidator. That's my fucking role in my house.
I thought you were like the chef.
Nope.
no, that's
I
you.
am the muscle.
Yeah. Isn't that? I thought that's why they called you the butcher, because you were a abattoir. Is that what it's?
No.
It's an abattoir.
Yeah, you
No,
chop
they
meat.
call me the butcher because I wield a giant cleaver that fucking hacks people to pieces.
Nah.
Oh. This is an awkward.
A likely
conversation.
story.
Yes.
This is the likely story.
Do they call you the butcher also, Squidmar?
Yeah. Is that
I mean, he is technically a butcher.
eat that
I was
meat?
just saying, no, he's the chef de camp.
Yes, chef. I'm gonna start yes chefing you.
Oh yeah,
Yes, chef.
it's fucking raw.
Are these terrains for your Warhammer game, Chris?
Yeah, it is actually.
Sweet.
All right. So, with that being said, you guys make it to Waterdeep
Oh,
for real this time.
Oh, nice.
For
Are you sure?
serious?
And as you guys
We're gonna be next week.
and as you guys walk through the gate, you see the little ding above your head, and you guys hit level 5.
Oh, hey. It's a good
The
day.
little like gold dust appearing off of our
Yeah,
shoulders.
I forget what the WoW thing is when you level, but that's what I was trying to think of.
Isn't it just like a weird little like gold glow under your feet that
I-
kind of like rises for a second?
I freaking forget. I don't remember.
I'm glad I
Nobody does,
forgot.
man. Who plays that game?
Yeah, I'm glad I forgot as well.
I have not played the game since Wrath of the Lich King, so which is funny because it's now coming back to classic, and I'm like,
It's
Wha-
back to classic now. I think.
oh,
Yeah.
they released it.
Yeah.
So level
North
5
right now.
is 6,500
7 grand?
XP, by the way.
65?
65.
So,
6500.
as you guys are leveling, I will kind of give you a cooldown for this wonderful little place that you guys come into.
Give me higher than a 6. Nice. Nice, Keljar.
You guys basically come
I'll take
into
it.
Ah,
wow, wow.
that's rough.
You guys come into Waterdeep. You have been on the road for about 2 months. At this point, the merchants disperse. This is the end of the line for like the major caravan that's moving this way. From here, most of the time, boat will be used to go north, depending on where they're going. But all of you guys get your gold.
Nailed it.
So those of you that actually get paid, I believe all of you, outside of Harsh Tune,
I make lesser.
yeah, everybody got, it was
10 gold a day.
10 gold every 5 day. No, 10. Yeah, it was a gold a day. It was 10 gold a 10 day. So you would get.
Oh yeah, it says what I wrote down when you originally told us was 10 gold per 10 day, so it was 1 gold per day.
Yeah, a gold a day is what you guys would
Yeah.
get. And it's 2 months, so that is
About 64 days.
we'll call it 70 gold just for ease.
Okay.
Harsh Tune, you get 55 gold.
Sweet. Thank you.
figure that out. And Eridun, you get nothing.
Typical. Did the most work, got the least amount. Pay for it.
I mean, technically, you didn't work. You just hung out.
You said 55, am I right? I'm kind of in the middle of the thing. I needed to write it down.
He did.
Sweet.
I'm almost halfway to my goal. My goal.
So with that being said, you guys make it there. All of the caravans kind of disperse, except for the cultist caravans. They all seem to go to the same place, and they all meet there by nightfall. And they seem to be kind of gathering at another kind of caravan place, like another kind of business that does caravans.
Like kind of like a dock, but on dry land for caravans.
Yeah, kind of that kind of a thing. There are kind of stables on the north side of Waterdeep. There are other wagons there. There's a warehouse just inside the northern gate, where a lot of kind of things are being gathered and loaded for this trip as well. With that being said, we will kind of stop here as you guys kind of get your bearing, but you do know that you need to basically continue following them. They obviously aren't stopping here. They're still going somewhere. So you don't really have time to sit and hang out and enjoy Waterdeep. They're still moving. So it is kind of up to you guys.
We need to figure out how we're going to follow them, though, without the whole caravan.
Yep.
Especially since they're already, they already hate us.
Yeah. So Gemna also meets up with you guys and kind of mentions that she would like to continue to tag along until she can find out where their treasure is going.
Only if you tell us if you killed that guy.
It's a fair question.
She said,
no lying.
She said,
somebody cast truth.
now why would I kill someone?
I really don't care. I just wonder.
Easy. Some people think it's fun. I don't know.
She said,
I kind of look at her and I'm like, some people just get what they deserve in his case.
Oh, now I think you did
it. She says, because I can't think of an appropriate answer, she doesn't say no. She never says yes, but she doesn't say no.
So if you were to kill him, why would you have killed him?
If you had cause to kill him, why would you have?
She said.
Not that you did. Maybe I did.
Hypothetically.
If I did it, why would I have done it? If I were in your shoes.
Well, had I had the inclination, he had something pretty in his pocket and I wanted it. She kind of just smiles.
Did you possibly find what you were possibly looking for if you had possibly killed him?
She said. Well, I don't kiss and tell, I'm sorry.
I'm going to roll a persuasion and, bat my eyes and be like, not even for pretty old me.
Ooh, no.
She looks at me and she's like, honey, you're a little too big for me. You're not my type.
I'm not sure we would get on very well.
I like I think I prefer the visibly retching. That's
when I bat my eyes, she just kind of goes, I'm sorry.
It's my breakfast this morning. It's get back at me. I'll be back later.
You sure it's not that curled finger in your belly there, Squidmore?
Yeah, right.
Curled silver.
Curled, yeah.
All right, cool. So, guys, take some time, figure out what you're gonna do, how you want to go about it. There is very obviously another caravan heading out. As again, this is another big city. There's caravans that leave, but most of the ones you were going with at this point were going to Waterdeep, so that one kind of disbands.
Are the cultists joining up with another caravan, or are they charting out on their own? Small
your
caravan?
impression is that they're gathering up with another caravan, but you're not sure. There's information to be had that you guys need to seek out.
Right. So next week we probably need to figure out what caravan they're going with and try to find more jobs.
Yep.
With another caravan. All right. Cool. Sounds good to me.
Cool. Also remember what you're looking for and who you're looking for, because both of those things may or may not assist you in finding information.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone.
All right.
All right.
That was this week's TPK.
Have a good night.
Or don't. I'm not your dad.